Hey guys, how's everybody today? I hope that everybody's doing well. I did not sleep last night. I have dark under eyes, bags, you name it. So I thought I would do a little hack to make myself feel better this morning. So the first thing I'm going to do when I feel like I'm struggling in the eye area is I go to my Frenchie Lip and Cheek, which this just came back in stock yesterday. It's a godsend. 30-second hack brush, tap it into my Frenchie Lip and Cheek, and I put a layer underneath my eyes. It helps so much for me to conceal the darkness. So just a light layer under eyes, and it looks a little crazy. Like, obviously it's kind of a pinkish mauvey color, but already look, like, dark under eyes will be gone. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is dip into my main highlight, and I'm just going in with that same brush. So these brushes were made for mascara creams, and so there's not a lot of transfer when you're going from one tin to the next. So you don't really have to worry about it much. So I'm starting from like the corner of my mouth and going up to my ear. My main highlight today is Goddess. I just switched as I'm getting my summer tan. So guys, like, you don't need a lot of product at all. Just a little bit goes a really long way. And I've gotten a lot of comments like, well, your skin looks good. You don't need makeup. You guys, I need makeup. I will say that my skin has improved drastically since I started with our Milk line, our skincare line. And if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. I know that it's helped a lot of girls with redness. It's helped a lot of girls with really dry skin. That would be me. It's helped a lot of girls with really oily skin on the other end. It just has so many fabulous ingredients. The milk component of it is so good on sensitive skin. So if you have interest in that, please hit me up. It has done wonders for my skin. Okay, so back to my hack. So I went up, so I did my beard zone, and then I went up beside my eye. I'm gonna hit my forehead, and then come back down the other side. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is dip into my brightening highlight. So for me right now, I'm really into Aura. So it's just a really nice, pretty lighter shade for me. For some people, it might be a little light if you're a goddess or a mango, but I love it. Okay, so now I'm taking my brightening highlight and just blending up my forehead a little bit and coming down my nose with it and down the center of my face. So I call this your T-zone. So top of the T coming across the eyes, the vertical part of the T coming down your face. So I like to put my brightening highlight in my T-zone. Now when you're doing your under eye brightening, you want to do it in the shape of a triangle. So like an upside down triangle. You don't want to just hit directly underneath your eye. That will maybe even draw more attention to any bags or anything like that. You want to drag it down and towards your nose. Okay, so I've been using the 30-second hack brush this whole time. Now I'm gonna switch to the detail hack brush. If you feel like you need more help with contouring, I strongly recommend this brush. It is amazing. It has helped me so much with the contouring. So I'm starting with the big end, and I'm just gonna tap in. You wanna go like from the top of your ear where your ear meets your face and come down. And the higher up you drag it, the slimmer your cheekbones appear. So like, look at this side of my face right now compared to this side. The cheekbones just get so much more definition, making your face appear slimmer, longer, more chiseled. Okay, so I did my cheekbones. Now I'm gonna go across the top of my forehead. If you have a bigger forehead and you're paranoid about that, drag this line down a little bit more. It'll bring more of a shadow and make it appear less obvious. If you have a smaller forehead, you're gonna wanna go with a shorter line there. I kind of am in the middle of the road, so middle of the road. Okay, next, get that jawline. And then I flip it over into the smaller end of my detail hack brush when I do my nose. You want to try to go like right inside the shadow. And that just makes your nose appear longer and slimmer. Okay, so now that I have my contour placement everywhere, start with the blending. So on your jawline, you're just gonna drag down. Your cheekbones, I like to just drag up and down the line and then drag it up. You don't want it to go down below that line. You need it to stay up higher. Forehead, circle and drag it down. Blend it in with those highlight colors. Nose, I like to just kind of tap sometimes because I want those lines to stay put. If I'm in a hurry, I don't spend a ton of time on this, but I want those lines to stay where I put them, so I'm just tapping so that I don't smudge them around very much. So this is called, if you hear me say stipple, that's just the tapping. Sometimes I'll say circle, sometimes I'll say slide. Okay, so there is my contour. Next is your lip and cheek. You can do this with a brush. You can tap it on with your finger and then blend it with your brush. I'm gonna go, what should I do today? Maybe I'll just use that Frenchie again and show you guys Frenchie. So just tapping into Frenchie. Going up and down, right above that contour line. I love Frenchie on my cheeks. To be honest, I'm not a pink on the lips person, so I do not love it on my lips. But when you're going from cheeks to lips, you want to make sure that you're sticking with the same color scheme. So like if you're putting pink on your cheeks, don't go in with like a dark brown on your lips or a bright red. It makes you look like you don't really know what you're doing or you weren't paying close attention while you were matching. Okay, just a very subtle pinkish neutral color. And then I'm gonna go with Cindy on my lips. It's a little bit darker, but still a nice neutral pink. All right, next I'm gonna show you illuminators. So we have two types. We have creams, which these are more subtle and they blend a lot easier. And then we have powders. These are more glamorous, like going out. When I am doing like my makeup to hang out around the house, I stick with my creams. So this is rose gold. I'm just tapping it with my finger. When I do my illuminator, I go under eyebrow, sorry. I go tops of my cheekbones. I go end of my nose and then I drag it up a little bit. I like to put a little bit of my Cupid's bow. And I've seen a lot of people put a little bit like in the center of their lips. And then I just take the big end of my blush and bronzer brush and blend it a little bit. And last but not least is a little bit of Bella bronzer. This is where it's at. I love Bella bronzer. Take the big end of my brush and I swirl it around. And with bronzer, you want to hit the high points of your face. So I am going to hit my forehead. You bring it down like the sides of your eyes and hit the top of your cheekbones a little bit. I like to add a little bit to my nose there, like the middle of my nose. My chin gets a little bit because it sticks out and the sun hits it. And then definitely my neck. If you're one of those people who feels like your neck is a lot lighter than your face and your chest, me, I go crazy with Bella on my neck sometimes. It just seems to even me out a little bit. All right, and voila. I want to show you something else real fast. Eyeshadows. You can put our eyeshadows on beautifully with your finger. So I'm just going to go in with a light pinkish color today. This is Soulmate. It's one of my favorites. So I just dipped in with my finger, got a little bit on it, and I'm just going to apply a little tiny bit to my eyelid. With my finger. And voila, that's it. I'm gonna throw some mascara on and now I feel good about the rest of my day. I know a lot of times when I don't feel like I look good, I don't feel good. And it affects the whole rest of my day. So typically for me, once I put my mascara on and I feel like I'm a little more put together, life gets a little better. And so today I just really needed this pick me up and I wanted to do it with you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. As usual, if you have any questions, please message me.